There is a kind of silence that speaks, not the silence of an empty room, but the silence beneath the noise, the silence that has always been there, waiting for you to remember it. Right now, in this very moment, beneath the hum of your thoughts and the weight of your day, that silence is breathing. And today, I want to invite you to sit with it. Not to escape your life, but to meet it fully. Not to fix anything, but to simply be present. This is the practice of Zazen. And it begins not with perfection, but with a single breath. You don't need to be a monk. You don't need a temple or a teacher or years of training. You don't need to empty your mind or stop your thoughts or become someone else. All you need is a willingness to pause, to sit, to breathe, and to notice what is already here. Zazen is not about achieving peace. It's about recognizing the peace that exists beneath the surface of everything. It's not a destination. It's a returning, a coming home to yourself, again and again, with kindness. Let me tell you why this matters. We live in a world that teaches us to run, to do more, be more, want more. We're taught that stillness is unproductive, that silence is uncomfortable, that if we're not moving forward, we're falling behind. And so we carry this weight, this constant hum of anxiety, this feeling that we're never quite enough. But what if the greatest act of courage wasn't to keep running, but to stop? What if the most radical thing you could do today was to sit down, close your eyes, and simply breathe? Zazen means seated meditation. It comes from the Zen Buddhist tradition, but its essence is universal. It's not about religion. It's about presence. It's about learning to sit with yourself exactly as you are, without judgment or distraction. In Zazen, we don't try to become calm. We don't try to silence the mind. We simply sit. And in that sitting, we discover something profound. We discover that we are not our thoughts. We are not our worries. We are not the endless list of things we need to do. We are the awareness that notices all of it. And that awareness is already free. Take a slow breath right now. In through your nose. Out through your mouth. Notice how your chest rises and falls. Notice the temperature of the air. Notice the small miracle of this breath, given freely, without effort. This is where Zazen begins. Not in some distant future when you're finally ready, but here, now, in this ordinary, sacred moment. Let me share with you a story. There was once a student who traveled far to meet a Zen master. The student was exhausted, restless, and desperate for peace. He asked the master, "How long will it take me to find enlightenment if I practice Zazen every day?" The master smiled and said, 10 years. The student, eager and determined, replied, "But what if I practice twice as hard? What if I dedicate every moment to this?" The master paused, looked at him gently, and said, "Then it will take 20 years. The student was confused. "Why longer if I try harder?" And the master answered, "Because you will be so busy looking ahead, you will forget to be here." This story holds the entire teaching. Zazen is not about striving. It's about softening. It's not about reaching some perfect state. It's about being exactly where you are, with grace. The moment you stop trying to get somewhere, you arrive. The moment you stop fighting yourself, you find peace. This is the paradox, the gift, the truth that only stillness can teach. So how do we begin? How do we practice Zazen at home, especially if we've never done this before? Let me walk you through it, step by step, not as a rigid formula, but as a gentle invitation. Think of this as a conversation between you and your own breath, between you and this moment. There's no right or wrong. There's only honest attention. First, find a quiet space. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be silent. Just a corner of your room, a cushion on the floor, a chair by the window. Somewhere you can sit undisturbed for a few minutes. Turn off your phone. Let the world wait. This time is yours. Not selfish, but sacred. You cannot pour from an empty cup, and this practice is how you fill it. Now sit down. You can sit on a cushion with your legs crossed, or on a chair with your feet flat on the ground. What matters is that your spine is straight, but not stiff. Imagine a string gently pulling the crown of your head toward the sky. Your shoulders are relaxed. Your hands rest softly on your knees, or folded in your lap, one hand cradling the other, thumbs lightly touching. This is called the cosmic mudra, and it's a way of holding yourself with tenderness. Close your eyes, or lower your gaze to a spot on the floor a few feet in front of you. Soften your focus. You're not staring, you're resting. And then begin to breathe. Not forcing the breath, not controlling it, just noticing it. In and out, in and out. Like the tide, like the rhythm of the earth itself. Let your breath be your anchor. And here's what will happen. Thoughts will come. They always do. You'll think about what you need to buy at the store. You'll remember something someone said yesterday. You'll worry about tomorrow. You'll itch. You'll fidget. You'll wonder if you're doing it right. And this is not failure. This is the practice. The practice is not to stop thinking. The practice is to notice that you're thinking, and gently, without judgment, return to the breath. Again and again. 1,000 times if necessary. Each return is a victory. Each return is a homecoming. Imagine your mind is like the sky, and your thoughts are clouds. The clouds come and go. Some are dark and heavy. Some are light and fleeting. But the sky remains. You are the sky, not the clouds. You don't have to fight them or push them away. You just watch them pass, and you breathe. This is the heart of Zazen. This is the practice. Sit, breathe, notice, return. Sit, breathe, notice, return, over and over, with patience, with kindness, with the understanding that you are learning the oldest and most important skill in the world, how to be present with yourself. Start with 5 minutes, just 5. Set a gentle timer if you need to, something that doesn't startle you. 5 minutes of sitting, 5 minutes of breathing. And when the time is up, don't rush. Open your eyes slowly. Move your fingers and toes. Feel your body. And then, with gratitude, stand up and return to your day. But notice how you feel. Notice the softness, the spaciousness, the quiet that lives beneath the noise. As you practice, you can gradually extend the time. 10 minutes, 15, 20. But never force it. Never turn this into another thing you have to perfect. Zazen is not a competition. It's not a performance. It's a gift you give yourself. A daily reminder that you are more than your to-do list. More than your worries. More than the story you've been telling yourself about who you should be. Let me tell you another story. There was a monk who sat in meditation every morning at dawn. One day, a visitor asked him, "What do you gain from all this sitting?" The monk smiled and said, "Nothing at all." The visitor was confused. "Then why do you do it?" And the monk replied, "Because I lose everything. I lose my anger. I lose my fear. I lose my restlessness. I lose the illusion that I am separate from life. And what remains is just this. Just breath. Just presence. Just peace." This is what Zazen offers. Not something new, but the removal of what was never real. The layers of anxiety, the masks we wear, the endless striving. In Zazen, we don't add anything. We let go. And in that letting go, we find everything we've been searching for. Now I know what you might be thinking. I'm too busy. I don't have time. My mind is too loud. I can't sit still. And I want to say this with all the gentleness I can offer. Those are not reasons you can't practice Zazen. Those are the reasons you must. The busier you are, the more you need stillness. The louder your mind, the more you need to sit with it. Not to silence it, but to understand it. not to control it, but to befriend it. Your mind is not your enemy. Your thoughts are not the problem. The problem is that we've forgotten how to witness them without being swept away. We've forgotten that we have a choice. We can engage with every thought, or we can simply notice it and let it pass. Zazen teaches us this skill, this freedom, this quiet power. And here's something beautiful. The more you practice, the more this stillness begins to seep into the rest of your life. You'll find yourself pausing before you react. You'll notice the space between stimulus and response. You'll feel less overwhelmed, less rushed, less at war with yourself. Not because your life has changed, but because you have. You've learned to meet life from a place of calm, and that changes everything. Take another slow breath. Feel your body. Notice the miracle of this moment. You are alive, you are here, and that is enough. You are enough. Not when you achieve something, not when you fix something, not when you finally get it all together. Right now, exactly as you are. Enough. This is what Zazen whispers to you again and again. You are whole. You are complete. You are already home. And all you have to do is sit down, breathe, and remember. Let me offer you a few gentle reminders as you begin this practice. First, be patient with yourself. You will have days when sitting feels easy, and days when it feels impossible. Both are part of the path. Second, don't judge your meditation. There are no good or bad sessions. There is only practice. Third, make it a ritual. Same time, same place. Every day if possible. Not because you have to, but because consistency creates a container for transformation. And finally, remember that Zazen is not separate from your life. It is the foundation of your life. It is the moment you return to center, so you can move through the world with grace. Imagine your day as a wheel. Work, family, responsibilities, all spinning around you. Zazen is the center of that wheel. The still point. The place where you rest so the wheel can turn smoothly. Without the center, the wheel wobbles. Without this practice, life feels chaotic. But when you return to the center, even for just a few minutes each day, everything finds its rhythm. There's a phrase in Zen. Before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. The tasks don't change, but the one doing them does. Zazen doesn't remove you from life. It grounds you in it. It teaches you to find peace not by escaping, but by fully inhabiting each moment. The dishes, the commute, the conversation, all of it becomes practice. All of it becomes sacred. And so, my friend, I invite you to begin. Today. Right now, if you can. Find your quiet corner. Sit down, straighten your spine, rest your hands, close your eyes, and breathe. Just breathe. Let the world spin without you for a moment. Let the thoughts come and go. Let the silence hold you. You are not trying to achieve anything. You are simply being. And that is the most revolutionary act in a world that never stops demanding more. You might sit for 5 minutes and feel nothing. You might sit for 20 and feel everything. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you showed up. What matters is that you chose presence over distraction, peace over panic, being over doing. And that choice, made over and over, will change your life in ways you cannot yet imagine. There is a kind of strength that only comes from stillness, a kind of clarity that only comes from silence, a kind of love that only comes from sitting with yourself, exactly as you are, and saying, I see you, I accept you, I am here with you. This is Zazen. This is the practice. This is the path. And here's the truth. You don't need to wait until you feel ready. You don't need to read more books or watch more videos or find the perfect cushion. You just need to begin. Imperfectly. Honestly. With the understanding that every master was once a beginner. Every monk once sat for the first time restless and uncertain, wondering if they were doing it right. And they kept sitting anyway. Not because it was easy, but because it was true. So take a breath. Feel the weight of your body. Feel the ground beneath you. And know that this moment, this breath, this simple act of sitting, is enough. You are enough. And the peace you seek is not somewhere far away. It's here. It's now. It's in the space between your thoughts. It's in the softness of your breath. It's in the quiet knowing that you are exactly where you need to be. As we close, I want to leave you with this. Zazen is not about becoming someone new. It's about remembering who you've always been. Beneath the noise, beneath the worry, beneath the endless doing, there is a stillness, a presence, a peace that has never left you. And all you have to do is sit down, breathe, and let it rise to the surface. Thank you for being here. Thank you for choosing this moment. Thank you for your courage to pause, to sit, to simply be. The world needs more people like you. People willing to stop running. People willing to sit with themselves. People willing to find peace, not by escaping life, but by fully embracing it. May your practice be gentle. May your breath be steady. May you find, in the quiet of your own sitting, the peace that has always been yours. Today, may you find peace in simply being.